Malta, a land of sun, sea, and ancient myths. But Malta's past is not just a distant memory. It lives on in the ancient temples that still stand and in the medieval fortresses that guard its shores. Among these stones that have stood for thousands of years, Maltese heroes and heroines who defied the odds, conquering seemingly impossible challenges, have always been drawn to the sky. Today, that same spirit of resilience and determination lives on in our athletes who look up to the sky, to be guided by the same stars their ancestors looked to for inspiration. The stars who embody the spirit of strength and courage, weaving the threads of the past into the fabric of the present. Let us be the heroes and heroines of our own destiny. Now is our chance, your chance, to shine your light.
As athletes, you understand the power of perseverance and hard work. Being an athlete isn't just about running faster or jumping higher. It's about pushing yourself to be the best you can be, both on and off the field. You are capable of achieving anything you put your mind to, but you have to believe in yourself first. You have to have the courage to dream big and to take action to make those dreams a reality. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing. Success isn't given, it's earned. On the track, on the field, in the gym, with blood, sweat, and the occasional tear. Success doesn't come overnight, but it comes from putting in the work day after day, week after week, and year after year. Let's start believing in ourselves. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's dream big. And let's take the actions necessary to achieve our wildest dreams. The world is waiting for us to shine, so let's step into our greatness and make it happen.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Games of the Small States of Europe, Malta 2023. It is now time to welcome the athletes for the 19th edition of the Games of the Small States of Europe. Let us welcome Team Andorra. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to friends from Andorra. The flag bearers for Andorra are athlete Nahuel Carbanya and swimmer Nadia Tudo. With 66 athletes and 20 officials, Team Andorra will compete in athletics, basketball, judo, rugby sevens, shooting, swimming, table tennis, and tennis. 5 athletes in the Andorran delegation, based on their previous achievements, have been chosen for Olympic Solidarity Paris 2024 scholarships. Our next welcome goes to Cyprus. One of the biggest contingents here in Malta is Team Cyprus, with 188 athletes and 77 officials. The flag bearers are gold medalist in the last Commonwealth Games 2022, Judoka Jurjov Parlavishvili, and gold medalist in the last Mediterranean Games swimmer, Kalia Antoniou. Team Cyprus will be competing in all the disciplines on the program, and some of the notable athletes in this contingent are Mediterranean Games and Commonwealth Games medalists, as well as several Olympians. Ladies and gentlemen, Iceland. The flag bearers are Olympic swimmer Anton Svein McKee and shooter Joran Hardatutir, who is competing in her 8th Games of the small states of Europe. A Nordic island nation defined by its dramatic landscape with volcanoes, geysers, hot springs and lava fields, Iceland is being represented by 74 athletes and 33 officials. Team Iceland will compete in athletics, swimming, squash, tennis, table tennis, shooting, judo and sailing. Amongst the Icelandic contingent are 2 Olympic swimmers. let's welcome Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein, the fourth smallest state in Europe, is the smallest contingent with 21 athletes and 17 officials. The Liechtenstein flag is being carried by Olympic judoka Raphael Schwendiger, who is also a GSSE gold medalist, achieving the medals in San Marino in 2017 and Montenegro 2019. He is joined here by shooter Larissa Vanoni. Team Liechtenstein will be competing in athletics, judo, tennis, sailing, shooting, swimming, and squash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Luxembourg. The fourth biggest of the GSSE countries, Team Luxembourg is another large contingent with 132 athletes and 73 officials. Flag bearers for Luxembourg are tennis player Eric Glob, 10 times national champion in singles, double and mixed doubles. He has several medals to his name for his performances on the international mixed doubles circuit, as well as multiple GSSE medals. Joining Eric is basketball player Nadia Mosong, who played professional basketball in Europe and the USA. She won a gold medal at the FIBA Women's Championship for the small countries 5x5. Team Luxembourg will be competing in all events throughout this week. Amongst the team are 2 Olympic athletes and multiple GSSE medal winners. And now let's have it for Monaco. Leading the Monegasque contingent are their flag bearers Lucas Katarina and Ulrika Quist, silver medalist at the Mediterranean Games 2018 and president of the Monaco Table Tennis Association, respectively, and both previous GSSE participants in tennis and table tennis. The Principality of Monaco is a sovereign city-state on the French Riviera. Hosts of the second edition of the GSSE in 1987, Monaco hosted these games for a second time in 2007. The Monegasque contingent is made up of 99 athletes and 31 officials who will be competing in all disciplines. Ladies and gentlemen, Montenegro. Montenegro joined the GSSE family in 2009. They are being led by their two flag bearers, Paralympic bronze medalist in table tennis, Filip Radovic. Filip won several para-table tennis medals at European and World Championships. Milica Jovanovic, star member of the Montenegrin national basketball team, who has vast international experience to her name in Malta. Montenegro is represented by 61 athletes and 25 officials and will compete in 8 of the 10 disciplines. Now let's hear it for San Marino. San Marino is led by their two flag bearers, Andrea Ercolani Volta and Jessica Zannoni, former participants and medalists at previous editions of the Games of the Small States of Europe in athletics and judo, respectively. The Republic of San Marino is the oldest republic in the world. the fifth smallest state in the world and the third one in Europe. The San Marino contingent for Malta, consisting of 52 athletes and 31 officials and coaches, will be participating in athletics, judo, rugby, sailing, shooting, swimming, table tennis and tennis. Competing here in Malta are Tokyo 2020 medalists, shooters Alessandra Perilli and Gianmarco Berti. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and finally, let us stand up and give a huge round of applause to the host country, Malta. A contingent of 300 athletes and officials, Team Malta will be competing in all disciplines. Team Malta consists of a mix of highly experienced medal winners to younger athletes making their debut at the GSSE. The Maltese athletes having the coveted honor of carrying the Maltese flag are tennis player Elaine Genovese and athlete Matthew Gallia Sola. Elaine has many years of international competitive experience to her name. This is her 7th GSSE, from which she has 10 medals to her name. In 2022, she was the first Maltese athlete, together with Francesca Curmi, to bring home a silver medal from the Mediterranean Games. Athlete Matthew Gallia Sola is molding his first GSSE appearance. Last year, he made history when he became the first Maltese athlete to bring home a bronze medal from the European Youth Olympic Festival. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree, a big round of applause for all athletes. Please welcome the flag of the games of the small states of Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the flag of Malta. Let's all be standing for the national anthem of Malta and the national anthem of Malta will be performed by Joseph Kaleya. The national anthem of Malta was performed by the Malta Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Maestro Sergei Simbotyan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take the Olympic oaths. To take the oath on behalf of all the athletes, please welcome Team Malta captain, Olympian and multiple GSSE gold medalist, Miss Eleanor Bedzina. To take the oath on behalf of all the coaches, please welcome Olympian and multiple GSSE medalist, Mr. Mario Bonello. To take the oath on behalf of all the officials, please welcome the Vice President of the Aquatic Sports Association of Malta, Mr. David Bonello.
In the name of all athletes, I promise that we shall take part in these games of the small states of Europe, respecting and abiding by the rules that govern them, in the true spirit of sportsmanship, for the glory of sport and the honor of our contingents.
In the name of all the coaches and other members of the athletes' entourage, I promise that we shall commit ourselves to ensuring that the spirit of sportsmanship and fair play is fully adhered to and upheld in accordance with the fundamental principles of the sport that govern us.
In the name of all the judges and officials, I promise that we shall officiate in these games of the small states of Europe with complete impartiality, respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them in the true spirit of sportsmanship.
Welcome Honourable Clifton Grima, Minister for Education, Sport, Youth, Research and Innovation.
Prime Minister, dignitaries, President of the European Olympic Committee, ministers, officials, and at least distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Merħba f'pajjiżna, merħba f'Malta. It is definitely a great joy to welcome you all for the third time in our marvelous country. It is my great honor to stand before you today as we gather to inaugurate the Small Nation Games of Europe. These games are important as they bring Olympic sports and Olympic values to the participating countries. Games which represent determination, teamwork, commitment, and unity. A feast like this strengthens the bond of friendship between athletes and citizens of all 9 participating countries, and I know for a fact that the ties between our countries will grow stronger. This grand occasion marks a celebration of unity, diversity, and the unbreakable spirit of small nations. Together, we embark on a journey of sportsmanship, a journey towards the pursuit of excellence. Our size may be modest, but our aspirations, determination, and love for sport has no equal. These games are a testament to our shared belief that greatness can arise from the most unlikely of places. As we gather here, we are reminded of the values that define these games: inclusivity, fair play, and respect for one another. Regardless of our differing languages, cultures, or background, we stand united by our common love for sport and the pursuit of athletic glory. These games provide a platform for us to showcase the immense talent that exists within our small nations. To the incredible athletes who have trained relentlessly, you are the embodiment of the indomitable human spirit, demonstrating that passion, dedication, and perseverance can overcome any obstacle. Your presence here today is a source of inspiration for aspiring athletes and a reminder that dreams can become reality through unwavering commitment. Every victory achieved, every setback faced, and every moment shared will become a part of our shared history. These games represent more than just a sports event. They symbolize the strength of unity and the power of collaboration. We are a community bound by a common purpose, supporting and uplifting one another on this grand stage. In our unity, we find strength. In our diversity, we find beauty. And in our determination, we find the potential to inspire the world. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the organizers led by Marco Tayar, volunteers, and sponsors who have dedicated their time, resources, and expertise to make this event possible. Without your selfless contribution, these games would remain just a dream. You have exemplified the spirit of service and community, and we owe you our deepest appreciation. To the athletes, I encourage you to compete with all your heart and soul. Embrace the spirit of fair play and let your performance reflect the essence of these games. Remember, you are not just representing your country, but also embodying the hopes and dreams of all those who believe in the power of sports to bring people together. As we embark on this magnificent journey, let us celebrate the spirit of these games and revel in the beauty of friendly competition. May these games be a testament to the limitless potential that resides within each of us, regardless of our size or background. Together, let us create memories that will inspire generations to come and remind the world that greatness knows no boundaries. I take this opportunity to wish you every success in your participation, as well as a pleasant stay in our country. Thank you, and again, we proudly welcome you to our beautiful country. Forza Malta!
Please welcome Mr. Julian Parch Bonello, President of the Maltese Olympic Committee.
Honorable Prime Minister, President Capralos, Your Royal Highness, Your Serene Highnesses, Honorable Ministers, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, friends and colleagues in sport. It is an honor for us to have you all here amongst us. It was great satisfaction that we are gathered here this evening at the beginning of what promises to be an exciting week for our country. The collective efforts of these past few years will be showcased, making our people proud of the spectacle both on and off the field of play. This opening ceremony will give you a taste of how important we feel these games are for all the Maltese. May I take this opportunity to thank all those of you who have supported these games these past few years, especially the government, the National Development and Social Fund, Sport Malta, European Olympic Committees, and all the sponsors from both the public and private sectors. I am certain that all the athletes present for these games from all 9 countries have prepared themselves the best possible way and are looking forward to the next few days. We thank them, their entourage, their national federations, and their national Olympic committees for their commitment. I must also thank the executives and personnel of the Maltese Olympic Committee, of Sport Malta, and all the members of our organizing committee, especially our chair, who have been involved all along purely on a voluntary basis. Last and certainly not least, our super team of volunteers, without whom these games would not have been possible. We look forward to some great sporting competition. Wishing all athletes a great and memorable edition of the Games of the Small States of Europe. Once again, a big thank you to all who helped us make this possible.
Please welcome Mr. Spiros Kapralos, President of the European Olympic Committee, on behalf of the International Olympic Movement.
Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of Malta, Honorable Robert Abella, Your Excellencies, the heads of the participating states, Your Excellencies, IOC members and colleagues, dear President of the Maltese Olympic Committee, Julian Parch Bonello, my dear friend now, Minister of Sport, dear President and Secretary Generals of the National Olympic Committees, dear athletes, Merhaba Malta. Welcome to this beautiful island. Welcome to the 19th edition of the Games of the Small States of Europe, an event that we have had to wait longer than expected for. At this point, I would like to convey to you the greetings and best wishes of the President of the International Olympic Committee, Dr. Thomas Bach, who unfortunately could not be here with us today. The next days will be the time to make great memories, to experience unforgettable moments of sport, moments we've been all longing for. In sport, everyone is equal, no matter who you are, or whether you come from a country that is big or small. What really counts is a big heart and a great passion for sport. My congratulations to the organizing committee, the officials, and particularly the volunteers. Thank you for welcoming the athletes and all of us to beautiful Malta, and with such a wonderful hospitality. These games are a confirmation of the power of sport to unite us all. Sport always builds bridges. Sport never erects walls. In our fragile world, we need this unifying power of sport more than ever to bring all people together, to foster understanding, to strengthen solidarity, to build pathways of peace. Dear athletes, this is why you are here. Always compete in the spirit of excellence, respect, and fair play, because being a true champion is about so much more than winning. You show the world that we can only go faster, aim higher, become stronger if we stand together in solidarity. In this Olympic spirit, enjoy the sport and enjoy the games of the small states of Europe. I wish you all a magical experience. Nauguralkom l'akbar success. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Dr. Robert Abela, Prime Minister of Malta.
Mistednin distinti, atleti, eżis ħbib. Merħba ġewwa Malta. Welcome to Malta for the Games of the Small States of Europe. Allow me to start my address in the Maltese language. Malta hija lesta biex tilqa' dan l-avveniment sportiv internazzjonali. Qed inħarsu lejn ġimgħa mill-isbaħ. Ġimgħa fejn l-atleti tagħna u ta' 8 pajjiżi oħra juru it-talent tagħhom fi 11 il-dixxilpina sportiva. Bħala pajjiż investejna b'mod rekord. Investejna b'mod b'saħħtu ħafna biex fl-infrastruttura ta' pajjiżna ikollna l-aqwa faċilitajiet. Investejna wkoll bl-istess saħħa fit-taħriġ tal-atleti tagħna. U investejna wkoll naturalment biex nilqgħu l-atleti kollha minn 8 pajjiżi bl-aktar mod ospitabbli ġewwa pajjiżna. Konvint illi l-infrastruttura sportiva li bnejna u li rridu nibqgħu insaħħu u li naturalment rridu nżommu fi stat tajjeb ta' manutenzjoni se tkun legat ta' faċilitajiet li jservu u jaqdu l-ħtiġijiet tal-isportivi kollha tagħna. Bekk il-legat ta' dan il-logħob ser ikun qed itul ferm aktar mid-data ta' 3 ta' Ġunju. Lill-atleti tagħna messaġġ wieħed. Kuraġġ, Malta warajkom! Konvint li bil-prestazzjonijiet tagħkom se tkunu ta' ispirazzjoni għall-atleti tagħna ta' għada. Għat-tfal Maltin u għawċin kollha li ser ikunu qegħdin isegħukom bi ħġarhom. Dignitaries, distinguished guests, athletes, my dear friends. We are absolutely delighted to welcome you here in Malta, the very heart of the Mediterranean Sea, a region that has seen and experienced a plethora of civilizations. You have come from the most northern and eastern parts of Europe, and we welcome you here amongst us for this international sports feast. We have a lot in common. We all come from small countries, but we all share a big and warm heart. And these games provide us with the perfect opportunity to show just how sports can bring out the best of us and the common values that we share: equality, passion, fair play, talent, and, of course, peace. All beautiful values that we will celebrate together in this coming week. And these happen to be the first games after the COVID-19 pandemic that unfortunately left its mark on the whole world, including on sports. So let's make the most out of these games. You, the athletes taking part, are the inspiration for the younger generation and our youths who dream of competing in the future in these games and other games. Today, you are here in a country that embraces two important values: that of diversity and inclusion. Historically and culturally, we are a hospitable nation and people. And I am truly honored and privileged that Malta is hosting these games, and proud of how sport has grown in our country in the sphere of infrastructure, in terms of talent, in terms of all the facilities that we offer, but perhaps most importantly, in the culture, in the mentality of how we see sports. I would like, of course, to thank the organizers of these games who worked tirelessly to bring this week's program together, and most importantly, to bring us together in a spirit of shared values. I would also like to thank the dignitaries who are with us this evening: Spiros Kapralos, President of the European Olympic Committee. Thank you, Spiros. Her Serene Highness Princess Nora of Liechtenstein, Her Serene Highness Princess Maria Annunziata of Liechtenstein, His Royal Highness the Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg, His Serene Highness the Sovereign Prince Albert II of Monaco, His Excellency Alessandro Scarano, Captain Regent of the Republic of Monaco, Her Excellency Adele Tonini, Captain Regent of the Republic of San Marino. We are truly honored to have you here with us. Thank you for being here. And now I turn to the athletes participating in the games. I am sure that you have been training hard, working hard, and preparing for weeks and months. I wish you all the very best performance in these games. To all the delegations and those attending these games, I wish for you to see the very best that sport can offer. Good luck to all. And now I officially declare the 19th edition of the Games of the Small States of Europe to be open.
let your voice be known. It's time to tell your story. Don't face it all alone. So just rise up to the moment. Let this be your destiny. Be sure to wash away your troubles and let yourself be free. Oh, just remember, we are like stars. Oh, shining brighter to be who we are. Oh, feel the power burning inside of you. Let yourself be lit up. Shine your light, let the world know you're here to stay and face it all. It will be okay, so make way. Let this moment this day so be loud and clear. You've been dreaming about reaching for the stars up above. No matter how far it may seem, you just gotta believe. So be loud and clear, loud and clear. Be sure to let them know how far and wide you go. This is the moment, take the chance. So let the stars align, shine brighter than the sun. This is your universe. Shine your light, let the world know you're here to stay and face it all. It will be okay, so make way. Let this moment this day so be loud and clear. You've been dreaming about reaching for the stars up above. No matter how far it may seem, you just gotta believe. So be loud and clear, loud and clear.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Shine Your Light, performed by Amber and Aidan, brings the opening ceremony of the 19th Games of the Small States of Europe to an end. The Games continue tomorrow as we expect the first medals in athletics, judo and swimming to be awarded. Good evening, keep safe and remember, love sports.